Hello and welcome to IndoDiveX, a podcast about diving, ocean stories, and the incredible underwater world of Indonesia.
I'm Kai.
And I'm Mia.
In this podcast, we explore marine life, diving adventures, and the magic of the Coral Triangle.
Kai, I was just looking at some old photos from our last trip out east, and it hit me again. Why are we, and basically every diver on the planet, so obsessed with Raja Ampat?
Oh, Mia, it's the holy grail of diving. You aren't just going for a dive there. It's like a pilgrimage. It's located right off the northwestern tip of Papua, in the heart of the Coral Triangle, and it feels like you've traveled to the very edge of the world.
It really does. I remember that feeling when the boat first pulled into the Waiag Islands. You see those dramatic limestone karst peaks rising out of the turquoise water, looking like something straight out of Jurassic Park. It's a steamy wilderness of rainforests above, but the real magic is what's waiting below the surface.
Exactly. Scientists call it the Amazon of the seas, and the numbers are just staggering. We're talking about more than 1,500 species of reef fish and over 550 species of coral. That's about 75% of all known hard coral species in the entire world, all packed into one archipelago.
I think that's why divers get so obsessed. In most places, you're happy to see one or two bucket list items. In Raja, you're often seeing them all on a single dive. Remember Cape Kri?
How can I forget? That site holds the world record for the most fish species recorded in a single 60-minute dive, 374 species. You're drifting along this vibrant wall, and you're literally in a fish tornado of barracuda, jacks, and snappers, while reef sharks just cruise by like they own the place.
And then you have places like Melissa's Garden. It looks like a perfectly tended underwater park. There are fields of colorful hard corals as far as you can see, bright reds, yellows, and greens. I remember just hovering there, listening to the satisfying cracking sound the coral makes with the movement of the ocean. It's so immersive.
It's also one of the few places where you can see the big and the small together. You could be looking at a pygmy seahorse the size of a fingernail clinging to a sea fan, and then you look up and a 4-meter oceanic manta rays gliding right over your head.
Oh, and we have to talk about the walking shark. The Raja Ampat epaulet shark is so unique because it literally uses its fins to shuffle across the reef floor. They're mostly nocturnal, so seeing them on a night dive is a total highlight.
And don't forget the Wobbegong, or the carpet shark. They have that crazy fringed skin and beautiful patterns that make them look just like the reef until they move. They're actually native to this region and pretty hard to find elsewhere.
It's that unpredictability that keeps us coming back. Every dive is a new discovery. Even veteran guides who have done thousands of dives there say they still see things they've never seen before.
So for our listeners planning a trip, why do you think people choose Liveaboards so often for Raja Ampat?
Well, Raja Ampat is huge, over 40,000 square kilometers. A liveaboard is like a floating hotel that lets you wake up at a new dive site every morning. It's the best way to reach the remote areas like Masol in the south, which is famous for those candy-colored soft coral cathedrals and ancient caves.
True, but I also love the homestay experience. Staying in a simple bungalow over the water on an island like Kri or Arborek gives you such a deep connection to the local Papuan culture. You eat fresh fish with the families, and you can literally slip off the jetty and be on a world-class reef in seconds.
It's definitely a more raw adventure, but whether you're on a luxury yacht or a wooden bungalow, you're witnessing life at its absolute maximum.
Speaking of that, I've got some interesting ocean facts about why Raja Ampat is such a species factory.
Let's hear them.
Fact number 1. The main driver of this biodiversity is something called the Indonesian Throughflow. It's a massive river of ocean that moves water from the Pacific to the Indian Ocean. Because of the Earth's rotation, the sea level is actually about 20 to 30 millimeters higher in the Pacific.
Wait, so the ocean is literally flowing downhill through Indonesia?
Exactly. And as that water hits the islands of Raja Ampat, it forces nutrient-rich water up from the deep. Those nutrients are like ocean fertilizer that fuels the entire food chain.
That explains the strong currents we always have to dive in.
It does. Those currents are the reason the reefs are so healthy. Fact number 2, Raja Ampat's corals are some of the most resilient on Earth. While reefs in other parts of the world are struggling with rising temperatures, Raja's corals are used to big temperature swings because of those deep water upwellings. Scientists think these reefs might eventually be used to reseed other dying reefs across the planet.
That is such a powerful thought. Raja Ampat as a global seed bank for the future.
And one more. Did you know that Raja Ampat is the only place in the world where manta ray populations are actually increasing? It's a massive testament to the conservation efforts in the marine protected areas they've set up there.
That brings us to why this all matters. Raja Ampat isn't just a playground for divers, it's a living laboratory and a blueprint for how we can protect our oceans.
It really is. The local communities have practiced Sasi for generations, which is a traditional way of temporarily closing off areas to fishing to let the ecosystem recover. By combining that ancient wisdom with modern science, they've created a sanctuary where life can truly thrive.
It reminds us that we're not just visitors to the ocean, we're part of its story. When we protect places like Raja Ampat, we're protecting the genetic reservoir of our entire planet. It gives me so much hope for the last paradise.
Well said, Mia. I think I'm ready to book my next flight to Sarong already.
Me too, but for now we'll have to settle for the memories.
Thank you for listening to IndoDiveX.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow the podcast and share it with fellow ocean lovers.
Until the next dive, keep exploring and keep protecting our ocean.